Hello there, Chadi Bazzi here, and on this video I'm going to go ahead and address a very important question that I hear very often from a lot of real estate professionals. And a gentleman by the name of Praful wrote to me and said, Chadi, and I'm reading right off my computer screen here, says, Chadi, I perhaps have multiple scripts and many objection busters and many hours of training, attending classes, webinars after webinar, etc., trying for to get some expired business. It's just that I'm afraid to call them and set an appointment. What is the solution to help me get rid of that fear? Well, first of all, I'm going to throw back a couple of questions at you, Praful, and anyone who's faced with this situation. The questions that I'm going to be asking are very critical, important questions for you to write down and really answer those questions. The first question I have for you is, why do you want to call on expireds? Why do you want to call expireds? It's just like asking someone, why do you want to exercise? Well, I want to exercise because I want to look better and feel better. Why do you want to call on expireds? What is the outcome from calling expireds? Think about it. Write down the answer. I mean, the obvious answers that come to mind for me would be, well, so I could take more listings. Well, let's go further. What will having more listings ultimately do for you? What will having more listings ultimately do for you? Well, it will give me a little bit more control of my business. Okay. It will allow me to sell more homes. It will allow me to generate more buyer sales. Well, ultimately, what is all of that going to do for you? Well, ultimately, it will help me make more money. Perfect. Having more money is going to give you what? I hope you're writing down your answers to these questions. Because what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at that answer and ask yourself the question. And the question is, do I really want this? Do I really want this? Whatever the answer is that you write down, take a look at the answer. Do I want more listings? Do I want to have more control of the market? Do I want to have more buyer leads? Do I want more money? Do I want, more quality of life? Whatever you wrote down, do I want that? And if the answer is yes, then picking up the phone and making the calls equals the answers to the question. Not picking up the phone and making the calls equals this is not important to you. That's exactly what it means. So, all I know, and I've said this many times, is that if somebody wants something bad enough, they'll figure out a way to get it. And if they don't, they'll always have an excuse for not doing it. Now, I understand fear is an emotion that all of us experience. It's just many of us know how to overcome that fear versus other people. So the solution for you, Praful, and everyone else that's faced with this situation, what I want you to do is, number one, answer the question, why do I want to call these people? And when I call them, what is the outcome? Once you have identified the outcome, ask yourself the question, do I want this bad enough? If the answer is yes, then you got to go ahead and begin the activity. And I know the hardest thing, even for myself at times, for most people, okay, the hardest thing is taking the first step. So rather than buy it into the stories that you've heard at the seminars and webinars and everywhere else that you have to make 100 calls to get a lead or whatever, forget about that. What I want you to focus on for week number one, this may take a little bit longer for you to get the results, but who cares as long as you get the result? Week number one, what I want you to do is on day one, I want you to make as many expired calls as you possibly can until you make one contact. That's it, just one contact, because I want you to experience what it's like to pick up the phone and make the contact so you too can know and understand and experience that it's not as bad as you're making it out to be in your mind. So day one, make one contact. Day two, two contact, or one contact still. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So week number one contact a day. That way you're learning from your experiences and you're getting a little bit more comfortable. Week number two, let's do 2 contacts a day. And I promise you, when you get that first appointment and you convert that first appointment, you are going to be unstoppable because you have already been to the seminars, you've been on the webinars, you have the scripts, and you have the objection busters. I hope this answer is helpful to you. Please keep me updated and let me know your progress. And if anyone else is faced with any challenge, obstacle, or anything that you need help with, post a question right below this video and let me help you by making a video addressed especially for you. This is Chadi Bazzi saying Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.